Mark meets Andreas Muller, owner of Nanika. Hi Andreas. Can you give us a very quick summary of your career?
So I started in Hyper Island in around '98. I graduated and I went to work for an agency here in London called Oven Digital. I met the guys from High Res around that time, a couple of months after I moved here, and I joined them, and a couple of years later we set up Nanika together.
So you graduated from Crew 4 in Hyper Island. What year was that?
I would have graduated '99, something
Okay.
like that, 2000. Yeah.
And did you partake in any internships when you were there?
Yeah, I went to Oven Digital in New York, which doesn't exist anymore. It was a big web agency.
Okay. And were you forced to do an internship, or did you really see the value of doing it kind of off your own back?
I was really excited to see another environment. So yeah, I was really looking forward to it.
Okay. And what did you actually do on your internship? Do you remember? It was a long time ago.
Yeah. I did a little bit of design work there, and at the time like Flash 4 had just come out, so
Yep.
you could do rudimentary programming. So I started to learn that at the time, and then I joined the Flash team. So I ended up with the Flash team in the end.
And why did you choose Oven for your internship?
Well, one, I wanted to go to New York. Two, they looked like they were doing somewhat interesting stuff. That they were doing a little bit of Flash and stuff like that, which I had an interest in, just as it looked like the future at the time, which was a big mistake.
Fine. And what advice would you give to people who are looking to get into the industry today?
I would say that work on personal projects. Work on personal projects, evenings and weekends, whenever you have time. Presumably you love creating, that's why you chose this industry. So I find it very, very strange when I meet someone that works somewhere and they don't work on personal things, because I have a hard time looking at this as a job as such, and I don't understand what their motivation is for where they are.
And have you worked with many interns as a business owner?
We've had a few, yeah, we've had a couple.
From Hyper Island or from any?
I haven't had any from Hyper Island, neither has High Res, I don't think.
Okay.
So far.
And what do you get interns to do when they work with you?
Well, that's the problem. I need somebody that can program really well. They would just be working with me on whatever projects we have.
And do they get the opportunity to be client-facing, or are they more behind the scenes?
I'll grab them for a meeting if I need another body in the room, yeah. And especially if we're talking about something that they're going to be working on directly, then yeah.
And in today's world, do you think an internship holds the same value as it did for you 12, 13 years ago?
I think by far the most important thing about an internship is meeting people, because those people are going to then go off and work in other places, and that, getting your contact network started is really important. I think that's the main value of it.
And how should people approach agencies to get an internship? What's the best way for them to be proactive? Yeah,
that's really tricky. I think the trickiest thing is to talk to the right person. Because if you have, a really beautiful poster that you've made, or this, amazing, attractive thing, and you send it to the HR person, they might not understand that this is someone that we need to see now. I think that's the hardest part.
And where can people find out? From the company website or from social media platforms?
I think that would be a good start for sure. And try to because at least then that person will then forward it to the HR department anyway. But they will put a note and say take an extra look at this, because I think this might be an interesting person.
So in your opinion, things like Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn are all good
areas? LinkedIn and Twitter are the other ones I don't know very well.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Fine. Thank you very much.
Cool. Thank you.